The Great American Reshuffle. Why everyone is moving to these 5 states in 2026, the truth. The Millers and the breaking point. Meet the Millers. They've lived in a 900-square-foot apartment in Jersey City for a decade. They love the bagels, the energy, and the fact that they can get Thai food at 3 o'clock a.m. But lately, the math just isn't mathing. Between the state income tax, the soaring cost of insurance, and a rent hike that felt more like a stick-up, they hit a breaking point. They aren't alone. We are currently in the middle of the Great American Reshuffle. In 2026, the migration patterns that started during the pandemic haven't just continued, they've evolved. People aren't just running away from high taxes anymore, they're running toward a very specific type of lifestyle. Today, we're looking at the 5 states that are winning the battle for the American zip code. Some of these will surprise you, and one of the longtime champions is actually starting to lose its crown. Let's dive in. North Carolina, the Goldilocks state. For the second year in a row, North Carolina is the undisputed heavyweight champion of domestic migration. Why? Because it's the Goldilocks state. It's not too expensive, not too crowded, and the weather is just right. The story. Imagine a software engineer from Silicon Valley named Sarah. She's tired of paying $4,000 for a studio, but she doesn't want to live in a cultural desert. She lands in the Research Triangle, Raleigh, Durham, and Chapel Hill. Why it's booming. The tech hub. North Carolina has become the East Coast Silicon Valley. Apple, Google, and Meta have all established massive footprints here. The purple appeal. Unlike some states that feel deeply polarized, North Carolina's political and social climate feels balanced to many newcomers. Topography. You can surf in the morning at the Outer Banks and be in the Appalachian Mountains by sunset. Narrator. In 2025, North Carolina saw a net gain of over 84,000 people. That's like adding a new mid-sized city every single year. But be warned, the secret is out. Home prices in Raleigh and Charlotte are climbing, leading our next group of movers to look just a little further south. South Carolina. The magic formula. If North Carolina is for the tech elite, South Carolina has become the haven for the value seekers. According to 2026 census data, South Carolina has the highest in-to-out move ratio in the country. For every person leaving, nearly 2 people are arriving. The story. Think of a retired couple from Chicago. They want their 401k to last, but they still want charm. They find it in Greenville or Spartanburg. The draw. A manufacturing power. It's not just tourism. South Carolina is a global leader in manufacturing, with BMW and Michelin providing a rock-solid economic floor. The cost. The median home price here sits around $314,000. Compare that to $800,000 in Los Angeles, and the decision to move suddenly makes itself. Southern hospitality. It sounds like a cliché tilde copyright, but the pace of life is the #1 reason cited by inbound movers in 2026. State Tennessee. The tax-free frontier. In a shocking twist for 2026, Tennessee has actually overtaken Florida as the 3rd most popular destination. The volunteer state is offering something that's becoming increasingly rare: no state income tax combined with a central location. The story. A logistics manager from Seattle realizes he can work 100% remotely. By moving to Knoxville, he effectively gives himself a 10% raise just by eliminating state taxes. The 2026 trend. Knoxville is the new Nashville. While Nashville has become expensive and bachelorette party heavy, Knoxville has emerged as the #1 destination for 2026. It's a university town with mountain access and a big small-town feel. Proximity. You are within a day's drive of 60% of the U.S. population. For businesses and families who travel, Tennessee is the ultimate home base. Texas. The economic juggernaut. Narrator. You can't talk about migration without the big T. Texas is a beast. While its growth has slowed slightly compared to the 2021 gold rush, it remains the top destination for total volume. The story. A family from Los Angeles realizes they can trade their 2-bedroom condo for a 5-bedroom house with a pool in the suburbs of Dallas or Houston. The power of Texas. Jobs, jobs, jobs. Texas creates more jobs than almost any other state. If you're looking for a career in energy, tech, or healthcare, Texas is the promised land. Add the mega metro effect. With Austin, Dallas, Houston, and San Antonio, you have 4 distinct economies within one state. If one cools down, another is usually heating up. Add a trade-off, but it's not all sunshine. Texas has some of the highest property taxes in the nation. Many movers realize that what they save in income tax, they often pay back to the county. Florida. Add the gilded cage. Finally, we have Florida. For decades, Florida was the undisputed king. But in 2026, we're seeing a fascinating shift. While people are still moving there, they are also starting to leave in record numbers. Add the reality check. Add the insurance crisis. Homeowners insurance premiums in Florida have skyrocketed, sometimes costing more than the mortgage itself. Add the bargain is gone. Miami and Tampa are no longer cheap. In fact, the cost of living in South Florida now rivals New York City. Why it's still on the list, despite the hurdles, the lifestyle is unmatched. For retirees and high net worth individuals, the lure of the tax-free sunshine still outweighs the risks of hurricane season. Add the conclusion, should you move? So, why are Americans moving to these 5 states? It isn't just about the money, it's about agency. In 2026, the ability to choose your environment based on your job, your politics, or your hobby is the new American dream. But before you pack your boxes, remember, these boom states are changing fast. Today's affordable hidden gem is tomorrow's traffic-clogged metropolis. If you're thinking about making the jump, do your homework. The grass is often greener, but the water bill might be higher. Which of these states would you move to? Or are you staying put and waiting for the prices to drop in the big cities? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the changing face of America. I'm your name, and I'll see you in the next one.